Welcome once again to the Nerd Treasure Chest. I'm Scott.
I'm Big T.
We're here to give you some
nerdy stuff about nerd stuff
and entertainment.
Today we're going to go into our actual nerd treasure chest where there's all sorts of goodies hidden in here.
Hopefully.
I think today we're going to once again peek into Scott's private Star Wars collection. But let's see what classic character we have, Scott.
Oh yeah. Straight from Tatooine. It's the Jawa. Ooh, so
Talk about a classic Star Wars character. I don't know if you can get more classic than a Jawa.
Very interesting fact before we get into this, that the Jawa's eyes can be both yellow and red.
Did not know that.
Very, very interesting.
I've always just seen them as yellow.
So this is a 65 back card. Now this little guy right here, on the Return of the Jedi, backing right here, can catch a whopping $350 average. So if it's a Star Wars one, it's like $1,200. It's crazy. This is the Return of the Jedi, so it's less. There's a group of people that go this way thinking that it came from the sand person. Also another group of people that think it came from the human. Beside that fact, what's really interesting is that the Jawa actually have fur, and they actually have a sunken in face. You see it here, but it's really not a true reality of what the Jawa actually looks like, even underneath the cape. And it does, because you don't even see its mouth, and it does have a mouth and other orifices on its face. This guy actually is a sentient species. He's about 1 meter tall. He's furry.
Except for that one in A New Hope that's like 6 feet tall. But
yeah, that's very true. About 1 meter.
Catch that, just looked at that when they're buying R2 and 3PO.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Catch me outside, how about that? Jawa.
They're scavengers.
Yeah,
they're scavengers.
I mean, and you can see them everywhere from A New Hope to Return of the Jedi to the Mandalorian series. Jawas are everywhere. This is another toy that you wanted to have multiples of as a kid because you wanted to reenact, Luke buying, well, of course there was no Uncle Owen figure. Unless you had a little skeleton that you could burn up. We didn't have a Sandcrawler playset. Maybe we'll do an episode on this too. There were these cardboard playsets you could get with a plastic bottom, and then that was like a little diorama you could play with. And the Jawa Sandcrawler was one of them, where you could make R2 go up into it with a little elevator stick, and it was the 70s, man. We just kind of made do with what we had. First ever appearance, of course, is when R2 is going through the canyon, and they surprise R2 with that stun gun, and scream. They shoot him, and then R2 falls over, and they carry him off. And you see the Sandcrawler and all the things that go with him. And they are who Luke sold his Landspeeder to. Quick little trivia thing if you don't remember that.
Yep, and they do not believe in taking baths. They stink. Supposedly they give off some really, really strong odor, I believe.
And they do have individual names. If you watch the Obi-Wan series, he refers to that one Jawa. I can't think of his name.
There's actually a leader.
We'll put it right there when we think of it. But
I ran across it today.
Yeah. Obi-Wan refers to him by name and said, if you're going to steal from me to sell it back to me, at least clean it up first.
The Nerd Treasure Chest and the Jawa. Very cool.
Great little figure.
Yep.
We are careful with them, and when we're done, we put them back in the Nerd Treasure Chest.
Utini!
It's okay, he says. Carl!
I'm Scott.
I'm Big T.
Thanks for watching
The Nerd Treasure Chest. Be sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget you can support us by following the links below. And we really appreciate your support.
And
I shook the camera. And
welcome to the Nerd Treasure Chest portal. Which path will you choose? The choice is yours.